Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear. Off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. To throw is Cousins. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space. Nice play.
A first look now for Darrington Evans. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10.
Throwing, Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Taken in at the 11. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Taylor going to run the option right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrive at this 2-0 score. Let's see if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board and knowing
like soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team, now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Finds the open target, Arnold. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Mack. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds here. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Wilson on the keeper. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Out of his end zone, Cousins. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Cousins. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Second and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Rolling to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
You.
On 2nd and 15 now. Cousins going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Escapes the defender. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Go. Go.
Being chased out left. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Taylor on 3rd down throws incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helped? And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way home for a Broncos score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check.
Cousins to throw it. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Throwing again here, Wilson. To the right side, and he's got Landry, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
56, the mic, boys, 56. Check, 56. Watch the curl, watch the curl. 56, the mic.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Mack. Touchdown! Marlon Mack with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Cousins. And he will find his man on the end route. To get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Cousins. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy. Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to take another shot here. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
66. Follow it.
1st and 10. It's Wilson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Dan Arnold, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception. A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
44, 44. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check nickel.
Here's Taylor. Looking here for Smith downfield.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it. And he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the 1st down.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Taylor.
You must get tired of seeing me.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Flush to his right. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Delta.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Squeeze, double.
Throwing is Wilson.
Check 56.
Got some real estate inside the 30. Pushes him over. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first.
And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Broncos.
Keep getting those touchdowns.
Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Taylor will throw. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they work this out past the 25.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Let's bring it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
44, Mike, 44.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. First down and much more for Henry.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Bobo's to Mike. Mike's Bobo.
They'll go option to the short side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Taylor. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Juwan Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's Wilson. That is caught by Mims. Touchdown!
Hey, that's the way you finish, boy.
Mims. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor, he's going to look downfield for Henry. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And Taylor's throw there should have been intercepted, but it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for... Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 42. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A gain of 3, second down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 60, orange.
Defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2nd and 5.
56,
They go right back to Mack. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Taylor's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Right there.
Taylor. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance.
At this point, to actually identify what's really gone wrong, I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 78 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep, Landry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Okay, ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Yeah, the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Taylor. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only one time. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this one is incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
56. Mike, 56 right there, 56. You're not ready. You're not ready.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 33.